Hey sneak peekers, I'm Molly Kaplow on the carpet of the AFF premiere of I'll Be There. Yes. Hi, we're from Sneak Peek over at UT, TSTV.
Nice
I
to
just
see
want to thank this. So first off, since you guys are both film professors at UT, what is the biggest advice that you give students trying to work their way into the industry?
Be persistent, show up on time or be early, and try to learn from failure and mistakes, because we all make them, and there's no success without failure. I think Bob Dylan said that.
Yeah, I think so.
What's your advice?
I'd say don't give up.
Okay.
Keep it going.
Yep, that's good.
Just fail over and over until fail better every time. Right?
That's good advice. So I have a question. Your films have been described as introducing characters to a new set of 3 R's: ruin, revenge, and redemption. How do these play a role in I'll Be There?
So I would say this film is a departure from some of the darker themes and some of the intensity of some of my earlier fiction work. This is a much more, this is very raw and real, but it's a more uplifting film than the one called Forfeit that bio statement was written for. This is a more positive, uplifting message at the end of this film.
Well, that is good.
But redemption fits in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Redemption works.
Hey, you know what? One of the 3, that's enough.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then also, so I know that you've spoken to students about how when you're writing a screenplay, you really focus on the character going from a want to a need.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, just again, kind of similar question, how this plays a role in I'll Be There.
It's really the whole arc of the whole story. It's what she really needed to learn and let go of over the course of the movie. And so I hope I achieve that, since I'm telling my students to do that.
Oh, I'm sure. And then my last question for you guys is, seeing as the film details the importance of childhood heroes, who would you guys consider to be your childhood heroes?
Wow.
Gilda Radner is my childhood hero.
When I was a child, Abraham Lincoln was my childhood hero.
Gilda Radner and Abraham.
I don't know what to tell you. Yeah.
Those are both very good. Well, thank you guys so much. It was great getting to speak to you.
Nice to meet you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Nice
much.
Cinemax.
I will. All right. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Hi, how are you guys?
Wonderful.
We're so happy to be here.
Sneak peek?
We're Sneak Peek.
Yes.
We are a student television organization over at University of Texas.
Great. So nice.
So we are very, very excited to be here. My first question for you guys is, how do you prepare for a role, both for I'll Be There or also just in general?
For myself, I wait until the check is cleared, and then I
start thinking about it. Yeah. He goes to set, picks up his lines 10 minutes before being on set, and he's just
It
talented
is not
and
true.
knows how
It
it
is
works.
not true.
That's how it works.
Depending on what the role is, I usually I can draw a little bit of something from everywhere, and it might not be my own personal experiences, but it could be somebody in my family or life experiences or whatever. But I definitely draw from that.
Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, the same. Like imagination. I have a daughter now, and so a lot of what I do is actually, I feel like the anchoring of an emotional scene comes from something that we love, right?
Yeah.
And if you're able to just translate whatever that love is, because I think ultimately characters do what they do because they love something, right? And even if you're doing something bad, you justify it because you think it's the right thing to do at that point in time. And so the justification just comes from owning it and just being in it. And it takes a while to find that. I think it's a found thing, but it's not once you get that, I think it then makes it much quicker. And then I use things like music, or like a song or something like that. Hello, Mama. That's Vicky Kelleher, who plays my mother.
Yes, can you imagine? They're like, she's far too young.
No, you have me fooled. I can't believe it.
This is us.
Wow.
This is us.
Beautiful. Could I just ask you one more quick question? I don't want to hold you up. Seeing as this movie details the importance of childhood heroes, who would you consider to be your childhood hero?
I feel like I would have to say my dad. Right? I feel like we go through life and we have trauma from parents, or like the way that is perceived as trauma, or like that is usually the sharpening iron for a lot of us in life. It's the first example of for me as a father. But he's still my hero, you know. And it's a wonderful thing. I think getting older, I get to see him for all his wonderful attributes and also for his faults. And I don't know. Yeah, so I'd say my dad.
Well, it's really special.
dad.
Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing. And then lastly, could you just quickly throw up a hook 'em horns to the camera right here?
Go UT.
Yeah, thank you so
What's
much.
the name of the football team?
The Longhorns.
Go the Longhorns.
Yeah, thank you so much. Congrats on the film.
Appreciate it. Thank
Have
you
a
for
good
your
night.
time.
Being as the film talks about the importance of childhood heroes, who would you guys consider to be your childhood hero?
I mean, I'd say that my parents are pretty spectacular. They're both ICU nurses, and they save people every day. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool for me to know that they are really contributing.
Those are great heroes to have. Thank you for sharing.
I'm going to say that too. My parents, I'd also say the writers. Without them, I wouldn't be able to go into fantasies and, you know, enjoy like something like Harry Potter or like all these exciting stories. So I say the writers have been my childhood heroes. Just to get me out of this world.
Oh, totally understandable.
Yeah.
Also, so we're a student television group from University of Texas. So for UT, we go like this. So would you guys be able to throw this up for the camera right here?
I went to UT too.
Oh, you did? Oh, that's awesome. Perfect. Thank you guys so much. Congrats on the film.
Thank you. Best of luck with everything.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Hey sneak peekers, thank you for tuning in for the premiere of I'll Be There. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with Sneak Peek's Austin Film Fest content, and click here for more interviews.